welcome to the Off Record Podcast, where three old friends roast each other while occasionally discussing events with global repercussions. Thank you for joining us on our final introduction episode, where we discuss all things revolving around me, Nava.
Of course, the biggest narcissist in the house. The universe revolves around Nava Silani. Gupta number 1. It should be a profile, like you know how the FBI, CIA keep profiles, records,
dossier.
I just think Tanmei's life revolves around me. Everyone else's doesn't.
Wow, look at her. Look at her.
I'm just being honest. Okay, you wouldn't be who you were without me.
Actually, yeah, you wouldn't. I remember when we were talking your episode, you had the pants up, the hair.
Yeah, okay. You can go look at episode 1, audience. That's enough. That's enough for today. I actually wrote that down on the card against Nava. I was like, straight up, I don't know who I would be actually if I had met Nava. So, there. Happy? Is your narcissist quota for today filled?
Hey, you know what? It goes the same way for you, Tomei, because we've known each other for, as of 2020, about 10 years now. And so, I mean, I honestly wouldn't be the person I am today without you. And you know what? It's the same with Sid. Although Sid has been in my life, less than Tomei.
Considerably shorter amount of time.
You've still made a huge impact on my life, Sid. Both of you. That's the reason why we're making the podcast. Because the three of us have affected each other's lives so much.
Yeah, for sure.
We're tied together. Sometimes, unfortunately. Well, whatever.
Okay, when you go off to university, you can make all your nerd friends. And then
go
be happy.
Oh my gosh. You're saying that you won't be famous one day and then you're going to forget about us. And then...
Oh, yeah. Tish, Oscars, BAFTAs, Golden Globes.
I love how
Tony's on Broadway.
Yeah.
I love how everyone keeps coming to me. They're like, yeah, when you become famous, when you did it. I'm like, guys, I'm going into theater. I'm not going to become famous. If I do, it was a fluke. I'm not.
Hey, either way, I want your signature before you go. Can we sign a piece of paper before you leave?
Guys, you guys are really overshooting what I'm gonna be doing. Truly. Oh my god. Yeah, you don't need my signature. You're probably gonna come stay in my tiny apartment in New York anyways. You don't need my signature.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yesterday.
We're close to each other.
Yeah, we're gonna be super close to each other, so that's nice. But then Tom is gonna be so far, which is
so far. Yeah.
It's okay. See, I'm a special guest that way.
You're gonna be in a different time zone. That's how far away you're gonna be.
Oh yeah, 2 hours, 3 hours.
3 hours, I think. 3 hours behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you figured out that I'm to the west of you guys.
Took me a second.
Yeah, maybe we should talk to U of T just to make sure they know who they were accepting.
It's like, did you make a mistake?
Says the man who couldn't throw a balloon yesterday. Let's go talk to Caltech about Tanmei Gupta not knowing physics.
I forgot to take into consideration the effect of the fan on the trajectory of the balloon.
What did he do?
It ended up in the curry.
Huh? Oh.
The balloon ended up in the curry.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a potluck. It was Nava's farewell surprise birthday party, kind of mixture all together.
A month early.
Yeah, a month early. Well, you're leaving day after tomorrow.
Actually, yeah, you're leaving day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we set that up, and then we were throwing balloons around, right? And there's just an open bowl of curry, and throw it. It bounces off the stairs to the curry.
It's so funny.
Don't you play volleyball?
Yes, that's also
you should know how to throw.
You don't throw in volleyball.
What do you mean? You have to know how to throw a ball.
Also, who doesn't know how to
throw? Varsity softball. Can we just talk about that for a second? Nava Ceylani in 10th grade jumped right into softball and straight to varsity.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
The legend.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, calm down. No, because I grew up playing baseball because, I'm from America. I'm from Texas. And so, it's a rite of passage. And then, I didn't do it in Malaysia. And then I've never played softball before. But softball is, considerably more easy than baseball. Because, it's a bigger ball, but it's just...
Underhand pitch.
Yeah, I didn't pitch.
Well, what did you play?
I played outfield.
Okay, that's a hard place to play though.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
I mean, you got to catch well, you got to throw well.
Very true. I can throw
Things
far.
Tommy can't do.
Okay, wow, great, thanks. That was crazy. And then in 11th grade, the coaches were begging her to come back, and she was like, "Nah, I'm done."
The thing, because they groom you for getting into all that kind of stuff, and then I was like, I'm doing.
You don't want to be groomed.
Sorry, I just didn't enjoy softball that much. It's because it's not like baseball, and like it just wasn't. It
Wasn't
okay.
your jam?
No, I love baseball and I love softball, but it's just not as fun to play. You
Right.
know.
Theater stole Nava away from two sports: softball / baseball
And volleyball.
And volleyball.
Mm.
Yeah.
To this day, it rules Nava.
When you're committed.
Yeah, when you're committed, but like it's just you have to prioritize, right? Because I prioritize theater over most things non-academic.
Yeah, for sure.
And girl, it paid off.
Oh yeah.
Look at you. Going to Tisha.
There was just some stressful times where like I didn't know like if it was enough and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I loved it so much that even if I didn't get into my dream school, it was fine because I had such a blast doing theater.
Mm.
Not only your dream school, the way I hear it, your dream studio.
Yeah.
They write Horizon. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's just the perfect one for me. I think out of all of them, it just matches what I love to do, what I'm able to do, what I've done in the past. Because it's not just acting. I get to do a bunch of other things as well, and so I get to really play around and become better at theater as a whole. Which I think is super.
What's its like defining feature?
It's not just acting classes. Like I get to take a playwriting class, I get to take a design class, I get to take a directing class, and like while other ones kind of specify more on a type of acting, like there's other studios like Stella Adler and those which focus on those kinds of acting. Right. So I like this one because I get to take a bunch of other stuff along with acting. So that's kind of its defining feature.
All rounder.
Now, if you had to write a play, what kind of genre would you write, or is it mood dependent?
I think it's more like it's more based on the topic or the idea. Like I think I wouldn't go into writing a play with the idea like I want to write a drama or I want to write a comedy. I'd go into it with like I want to write a story about a refugee or I want to write a story about a teenager or something like that, and then I'd go from there because I think like it starts with that spark and then you go into however it goes into, and I might even have the idea and think, oh, this is more of a comedy, and then start writing it, and then it turns into more of a drama, or it could
tragedy.
Yeah,
tragedy.
Nava's like comedy, tragedy sounds about right.
Yeah, you would know. You've been there for a lot of it.
Exactly.
You were the tragedy. I was the comedy.
Oh, I walked into that one. I really walked into that one.
Wait, does that mean Sid is a joke?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yes, he is.
You could say I'm the Joker in the sense that like I embody every kind of aspect.
Sure.
Keep trying to save yourself though.
I tried.
Do you guys remember? Tell me, I know you don't remember meeting me for the first time.
No, I think you remember that story a lot better than I do, and we've talked about it. But
you saved me for some bullies on the bus.
Oh.
That was our first time meeting.
Yeah.
So I guess you were in the tragedy.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Well, maybe not the
meeting. Sweet and sour. There you go.
Yeah. All right, let's hear this story.
Well, the story is just I was on the bus and because I just moved apartments and I was this new kid on this new bus and people were like picking on me because that's what kids do. And then I was sitting by myself and then Tame comes and sits next to me and he just starts talking to me. So yeah, I remember that. that's kind of our first meeting. But Tame doesn't remember it.
I'll be honest, I don't remember it. I'm sorry. But what I can say is that like Nava said it right. I have seen her grow over the last 10 years. And it's been an interesting journey. She's gone from that shy girl in elementary school with the bangs, with her iconic bangs, that grew into a bit of a fringe. And then she started growing her hair.
Fun fact: bangs and fringe mean the exact same thing.
Actually, yeah, true, they do.
You've been lying to me?
No, so
No,
that's what I thought. But me and Priyanka Googled it the other day, and it's the same thing.
Well, in that case, she had bangs and then slightly longer bangs that sort of tapered off. And her hair kept going, and as it grew, she grew too, and she became an actress starting in grade 6 with There's No Place Like Home. And she kept going, and then in 8th grade, she became the girl all the guys wanted.
What? In what universe?
That was
God.
Amazing.
That is not true at all.
All these boys chased her, but
no,
she was obviously aloof. She was like, no. That's not allowed. Bye, guys. I'm too special.
No, this is false.
She was too special. So all those guys, unfortunately, tough luck. If you're listening to this out there, you're lost.
She apologizes.
No, she really doesn't.
She doesn't.
Oh my god.
And then, from 8th grade and then 9th grade, that's when I think her theater career sort of really took off. She did volleyball and other stuff too, but IASIS drama straight up. She was 4-year IASIS drama. Started acting in Almost Fame, kept going. She became go-to person at one point. She was basically directing for him. And then she recently, a week ago, cut her hair, and this is the stage of her life. She's ready to start growing again in college.
I hadn't cut it in a year.
It's like a haircut symbolizes like a new chapter kind of thing.
Yes.
It's more like the getting rid of. It's like getting rid of
the old chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what you do next.
Yeah. Me too. I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, there's always like an uncertainty that comes with the future, right? I think all of us probably experience that. As much as you try to plan out your life.
No, you can't.
Like, it's just so scary.
Yeah.
Like, fun. Like, you get an excited rush, but then,
I think the uncertainty is, like, refreshing in a way. Because it provides you with that kind of, like a sense of mystery that you don't know what's gonna happen and how are you gonna tackle these things.
Yeah,
I think the last 3 months I've had quite enough of that mystery.
Dude,
uncertainty all the time. No idea what's gonna happen.
There's been no mystery in mine. Like every day is pretty much the exact same.
That's fair too.
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing in quarantine right now?
Packing.
Oh yeah.
I'm moving. And so it's just a lot of packing, and my mom's stealing my bags while I'm sleeping so she can put her own stuff. And no, it's fun, but
Nava's also been busy other than packing, licking sugar out of her best friend's belly button.
Oh my god.
Sid is so confused.
I am.
So yesterday we were playing Would You Rather, and there's a whole board game. There's these challenges that come with it. And she landed on a challenge space, and her challenge that she chose.
I think it was either that or do some other crazy thing, like what was it, like strip or something. It was like
something like
shirtless strip dance.
So the challenge was lick some kind of syrup or sugar out of a friend's belly button.
And whose belly button did you lick sugar out of?
Danya, you don't know her, but their best friend, and so they're lying down. She's laughing hysterically because it's so ticklish. Nava first tries to do a vacuum, right? So she's trying to suck it out. It doesn't work. So she has to suck it out.
There are a few things that mentally, like when I think of you and when I think of Nava, there are a few things that I could imagine you guys doing, but something like this, never in my wildest imagination would I hear the words that Nava licked sugar out of someone's belly button.
See, that seems like a college party kind of thing. Like body shots, but no, here she is licking sugar, well, completely sober.
Yeah, completely sober.
That makes it so much worse.
Yeah, well, we have a video, so we can send it to you, so you don't have to imagine it.
It's okay.
So Sid, you've seen how crazy she is now. How was she when you met her?
Oh yeah, so we were in the same Spanish class. Obviously, I think we've heard this story in each of the episodes, but like from my perspective, I think when at first, obviously being a new kid and all, I didn't really know anyone. And then each class is like a different hurdle that you have to face. But I think like in Spanish, it just felt so much more natural and so much more comfortable because like I think we were on the same table at one point, and that really helped me kind of transition my way easier, just because we were able to connect so easily, and like the way we've obviously grown to talk now, and our relationship has progressed over these 4 or 5 years. I think we've just gotten closer. So I think when I when I first met you, I don't know. I mean, obviously I knew you were good at Spanish, and
you that change?
when did that change? Okay, let me rephrase. You were better at me in Spanish.
Okay.
That seems like a more accurate statement. But yeah, no, you're also obviously really nice, really open, and I think you just made me feel really comfortable. And then obviously I found out that you play music as well.
Yeah.
And we had that same block in music. We did the same show, MUN. I think it was actually MUN where we really, really became good friends because of our absentee father.
Because our absentee father.
So yeah, no, I think we were just like, even now we just like we're able to talk so easily with each other.
Yeah.
And I think that just breaks down like so many more walls.
Okay, just to clarify, the absentee father is Tanmay.
It's Tanmay. Yes.
Okay, am I gonna have to apologize for this every single episode? I think
you
every
do.
single episode.
100%.
We have a full episode dedicated to Tanmay's disappearances and like thinking about what he does.
We have an episode about how much we love Tanmay. Now let's talk about all of his issues.
I feel like I'm gonna need a psychologist by the end of this.
You need one now.
Thanks. I'm in an abusive relationship with 2 friends, and it's not a good situation.
Oh, okay. Abusive, sure. Yes. We're the abusive ones
here. They cut me out all the time,
we cut you out.
We cut you out?
Yeah. If you think about it, this is your side of the story. Maybe my side of the story looks like I was forced to leave during MUN and I had to go sit with other people because you wouldn't want me.
Okay, but since MUN, and you just not answering our texts or our calls,
maybe
or leaving for lies. 2 hours.
Just be like, oh yeah, I'm just going out to get some milk. And comes back 2 hours away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had to get some milk and some bread. I had to go across this town, stargaze for a bit, then come back. I forgot about you guys. Sorry.
Wow. Okay, should we kick him off the podcast?
I think we should. Now. I think we should.
Hi everyone.
Hello. This is the new and refurbished podcast.
Hey, I have another piece of evidence in my favor. Our WhatsApp group name is the best group plus 10 days. See, you guys are excluding me again. It's been there since the start.
Kame, you exclude yourself, man. Accept it.
Listeners, come on, help me out here. Comment down below. Fight for me.
I think we need like an actual full episode where we break down the evidence bit by bit. And then we come to a verdict whether we exclude you or you exclude yourself.
Nava, this sounds like mock trial, and we all both know that does not go well.
No, mock trial went so bad for us.
Oh, that was a mess.
That was a mess. It was. I don't even want to get. It was so bad.
Let's just say that you wouldn't even think it was any resemblance of a mock trial come at the end of that.
Get me to read the thing, and I was like, I'll read it, and I read it like the night before, because it's like the case, you have to read the case, I did it all the night before because I was too lazy to do it. It was so funny, but
I think in this case, it's a case that we are both passionate about proving Tommy wrong.
Yes, no, we're 100% right.
Hey,
yeah,
for the record, oh look at that, that's funny. But Nava and I had a very interesting conversation today. about time travel and the quantum world, and she was very convinced that perhaps the quantum world does look like what it looks like in Marvel movies.
No. I wasn't convinced. I was just saying. Tanmay was like, no, he was very adamant. He was like, it's not.
That's true.
These are the. I go, have you been there? No.
From personal experience.
He's like,
Hey, guys.
wait.
Real question. How is Ant-Man still breathing if he's smaller than the oxygen molecule?
No, there was like an atom, and I was like, he's getting smaller than an atom, but he's made out of atoms.
Oh yeah, actually that's a good point.
Yeah, right.
That is a good point.
You can't be smaller than the things that you're made of.
That is true.
Yeah. Hence, physics is broken or Marvel's wrong. Physics is broken. That's what it is.
Yes, 100%.
Marvel's never wrong.
Always right.
Marvel's always right.
Always.
Of course.
What about
100%.
DC?
DC is more wrong than it is right.
In terms of movies, yes.
In terms of movies, yes. In terms of movies.
And yesterday at Nava's farewell party, we played all these games about her, and one of them was Would You Rather, and another one was This or That, and we talked about pancakes and waffles, and then she chose waffles. Can I just say I got every single question right in This or That? Thank you very much.
I congratulations to you, but I fully agree. Waffles are so much better than pancakes.
So much better. They're superior in every way.
Much better.
We had a waffle today too.
Yeah, we had a waffle today.
Like, waffles are so superior that they decided to make cones out of them. You don't see anyone in a pancake cone. Exactly.
And what's the best thing in a waffle cone? Cookie dough ice cream.
Cookie dough ice cream, fantastic. Well, no, I don't know if I have a favorite ice cream. I have a favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor, which is half baked by far, because half baked is just amazing.
You're gonna give someone diabetes with that, but yes, it is.
Okay, don't eat the whole tub in one go. Although I have actually done that. No, a story time. Me and my sister, we in 2014. We went, me and my sister, all my whole family, right? We went on a tour of a bunch of universities because my middle sister, she was going off to uni. And me and my eldest sister, we slept in one morning, and we were in this hotel in the middle of nowhere. And we slept in one morning, we woke up, and my parents and my sister left a note saying, we'll be back at 7 o'clock. And so we were stranded in this hotel, no food, no nothing, for a whole day. And so all we ate was just 2 tubs of half-baked Ben and Jerry ice cream.
Yes. I don't know.
I don't even know how to feel about that.
I don't know if this is just me, but personally, after I eat ice cream, I think something that's really nice is having a glass of cold water. I don't know if that's just me.
Cold water?
Yeah, try it.
Chocolate? If it's chocolate,
it clears it out really nicely.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just any flavor.
Speaking of drinking and eating things, so for today's Would You Rather question, I chose one thing from a new category, food and ingestion. Nava's favorite. So, would you rather be forced to eat 5 buckets full of pancake batter with a fork? And in case, just to make sure Nava doesn't find some loophole, we're talking like proper buckets. Okay.
Yeah, obviously.
Like industrial buckets.
Obviously.
Or eat cookie dough from a used 10-gallon hat with a straw.
How are you going to eat cookie dough with a
straw? It's thick.
Well, how are you getting a pancake batter with a fork?
I think
it's more likely to eat it with a fork than it is
because I think you can cut the straw and then use it as a spoon.
Oh my gosh! See, this girl always finds these loopholes. Someone help!
No, it's not. I always find loopholes in these questions because they don't specify. They don't go, you have to drink it through the straw. Just says.
But if it's a metal straw, weld it.
Sure. If I have to, I have to. No, but if it's a metal straw, then you can easily scoop it. But if it's a plastic straw, you have to cut it and scoop it.
Oh, I think the idea is you sort of make. You know how you make those things in Nutella popsicles? Maybe something like that. You take the straw, you stick it in, and then you make a little lollipop out of the cookie dough, and that's how you do that.
Okay,
I think the gross part is that it's a used 10-gallon hat.
I don't care.
Yeah, no. If it's you, you're saying it's a hat?
Yeah. That's what it says. Use 10-gallon hat.
I'm going with a pancake batter.
Really?
5 full buckets of pancake batter with a fork.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to eat I don't want to eat used cookie dough from a used hat.
It doesn't say who's used it. It doesn't say they have to sweat. It could have just been worn once and taken off. You have to think of the loophole.
I don't know. Personally, I couldn't eat pancake batter. Yeah, I would have to eat the cookie dough. Also, cookie dough is actually tasty.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I love
I
cookie
love
dough.
I love cookie dough over pancake batter, but I'm not eating
You can't do the hat.
No, that's something that I can't get past that.
Too gross.
For us, Nava and I were like, the taste is more important.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think to you guys a hat is nothing considering you've licked sugar out of someone else's
Oh,
belly
I haven't. Hold up. Clarify.
I don't know, man. I mean, if we did a redo of your episode, then it might come up.
That remains to be seen. So please comment what you think below, and we're still waiting for those guys. Like, come on.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Cookie dough or pancake batter?
Yeah, come on. This is an easy one. It's like no ethics involved, so it's an easy one.
Thank you guys for putting up with this crazy badness, but we know you have nothing else to do, so we'll see you again next time.